how's the vibe backstage at Evolution?
The vibe backstage at Evolution, it was definitely different than any other pay-per-view that I've been to before. It was like, you could tell that there was something special happening. You know, you could tell it was a special day. You could tell that whatever was going on with everyone individually was insignificant compared to what we were all accomplishing together that day. I mean, it was like you could, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but like I felt like I really, really wanted to do a good job, not just because like I really wanted to perform well, not just for myself, and because I thought it, you know, because I really wanted to win and do well or anything like that. It was, I really didn't want to let everyone else down. You know, it was, the whole card had to be magnificent. It had to be amazing, and everybody knew, and it really just felt like a team effort that day, that that everybody had their turn with the ball and then was passing the ball, and then, you know, it was your job to keep it going. And especially after everyone had such an amazing performance all day long, you know, everybody was like perfect. Every single match, I feel like it couldn't have gone any better, and I was just so proud of everybody. And when it got to be the point where the ball was in my hands, I mean, like, the pressure was on, and I knew that we were going to do great, and we were going to make sure that everyone's hard work wasn't wasted, and that special night was going to end well. And yeah, I mean, you could tell, like, no matter how many times we kept telling ourselves that we were making history, and this is the first ever, and this is a big deal, I mean, it really was impossible to grasp the magnitude of what was happening and the far-reaching repercussions that it was going to have. And everyone there knew that they were part of something bigger, and this was something important, something that I almost felt like what we were all creating there together meant so much more than what any of us could have done individually. And I think that every single woman that was there that night, more than being proud of, like, oh, I did this thing, or I did this in my match, or I did that, they'll just say, I was there when that happened. I was there during Evolution. And the first Evolution. Like, there would never be another first. And, yeah, I think more than anything that I did that night, I'm so proud that I was part of the first Evolution. And it will be the first of many. At least it better be. It was that awesome. My favorite match that night, I would say definitely my favorite match that night was Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, the first ever last woman standing match. I mean, it was the first ever on the first ever. It was the first ever last woman standing match on the first ever all women's pay-per-view. I mean, it was just amazing. Like, it was amazing to see those two women go out there and pour out their heart and soul in front of everyone and show everybody that they can do so much more with a closed fist and some tables and chairs and everything that they had than they could ever do when given pillows and lingerie. And they've done something. They've broken a seal that can't ever be closed again. You know, like, what they did was, we didn't just walk through the door, but Becky and Charlotte slammed the door behind us and made sure that we'll never have to go walk backwards through that last door, and we can start focusing on the next one, or maybe the ceiling. I don't know. We're taking the whole house down bit by bit, and Charlotte and Becky just they really ended the last chapter with they ended the last chapter with an exclamation point for all of us. And I'm just so excited for what the next chapter has in store for all of us.
What after that performance and evolution, how amazing it was, there's some talk about you doing your makeup like that Pokemon, is it Lugia?
Lugia. Yeah, everyone tries to relate my fight makeup with something. I think it's really cool because, like, if you're going out to fight, like, it's one of those times where the object is not to be pretty, It ain't pretty time, it's fight time. And it's kind of cool to think about, like, how do I want to express myself in this confrontation or whatever. And honestly, I wasn't purposely trying to copy Lugia, even though I'm really complimented by that, because Lugia is an awesome Pokemon. It's a water psychic Pokemon with the ability to levitate, super handy, and has a really, really high special defense stat, which I love. And Lugia also learns Recover, which you always want, a good recovery move. Anyway. And Lugia was a star of the second Pokemon movie, and you had to get all the other legendary birds to get Lugia. And Lugia was the Pokemon that you would get in Pokemon, your legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Silver, and you would get Ho-Oh and Pokemon Gold, and then Crystal came after that, and whatever. But anyway, Lugia is awesome. I didn't do Lugia on purpose, but I was channeling my inner Lugia. Because I did an Aeroblast. You don't know what Aeroblast is, but it's a really cool move, too. And I'm going to start calling that top rope armbar the Aeroblast. Or not. Anyway, just an idea, just a suggestion. But no, the whole makeup and everything was actually inspired by the color scheme revolution, which was like, blue to white kind of a spectrum. So blue nails, yeah. Certain somebody on the roster that I can't say because I secretly love them and no one's allowed to know, told me about the dip gel manicures, and it's pretty awesome, and I love it. And for somebody that like I pulled a bunch of like weeds out of the garden today, and it's still like looking good. And last time I tried that with some new gels, it totally ruined my manicure. But yeah, the makeup, it was I kind of like give my my hairstylist Abe the Babe and my makeup artist Hisu, they get kind of free reign to imagine and create for a lot of the pay-per-views. So the only direction I really gave Hisu is like, we want something blue. And that's what she came up with. And I thought I just thought it looked really fierce. And of course it looked fierce because I subconsciously was wanting to look like Lugia, which is super fierce. And but yeah, in hindsight, I think I was trying to look like Lugia. It wasn't on purpose, but I'm so glad it ended up that way. And if you didn't notice, I also had like little hologram like stuff in my hair and braids. Abe the Babe, you're awesome. Nobody thinks he outdoes himself every single time, and he was like sweating trying to get those braids done because we had to do that group photo, and then we had to do a red carpet, and then we had to get ready. And so braids take a while, and he was having like a RuPaul Drag Race moment when it was like, braid for your lives, and he was like sweating like, I'm gonna do it. And then at the very end, like, he was like, I'm not gonna have enough time for the hologram. And I'm just like, you're doing the hologram. And he hologrammed for his life as well, and it ended up being like a really, really cool look. And yeah, so that just shows it's all a team effort. And Surratt did all of my gear, which was really, really cool. And Langlet's Leathers does my Roddy Piper replica jacket. So it's a team effort. It all comes together from just ideas, and then I don't even practice it. It just all comes together in one day, and how it looks is how it looks. And I really, really liked it. I hope you guys did too. And yeah, I'm here to entertain. If it's entertaining you, I'm doing a good job. So whatever. Makeup.
Sweet.
The end.